My brothers, welcome to the Brotherhood of Assassins!
Yeah.
This piece of shit won't work!
You know what else is a piece of shit?
What? The fucking movie!
God damn it.
This thing was shitty, man. It sucked balls. Do not go and waste your time and money on Assassin's Creed. It's depressing. I wish I would have saw Rogue One a third time rather than see this joyless, dull, blue-hued, fractured movie.
What do you expect coming from a game turned into a movie?
Joe, Mortal Kombat! Your soul
That's
is
like
mine!
one in a
That is
million. One in a million.
Okay, you're right.
What
Most
else?
video game movies suck, like Doom is not very good.
Street Fighter?
Oh my god. No, Street Fighter the movie, Joe, is a guilty pleasure. How dare you?
Of course!
You're lucky this... Oh!
Shit, it was.
I would have killed you.
You son of a...
But no, so Street Fighter the movie was awesome, but Street Fighter The Legend of Chun-Li was like garbage. So it's not as bad as Street Fighter The Legend of Chun-Li, but it is not a very good film.
Yeah, it's
Right.
really not.
To say the least, no.
It's
Where's
trying.
the fun?
It's trying to be two movies at the same time.
That is the problem
That is
with
just-
the film. It's the same problem that I have with the Assassin's Creed games. Is that nobody likes Abstergo! Nobody likes Abstergo, okay? It's just a... Okay, I will give it this. In this film, the Abstergo sections were a little more interesting than I would have normally thought that they would be because I hate them from the game. This one, they did a prison thing where they've got...
Got in prison.
Okay, fine. And try the chicken, right? So they had a few jokes at the beginning. They were trying real hard. This is essentially a story about Cal, an assassin who comes from, his family was, his mother was seemingly murdered by his father. A bunch of random agents show up. He doesn't really know who these people are, but they chase him, chase his father. Eventually, we flash forward in time. He was already, they kind of show he was a little bit of a adventurous kid.
Yeah.
Or they had one scene
Doing
where
parkour.
he's doing parkour, or he
jumps
flies his
off,
bike
yes.
over this basically a shipping container, from a roof to a shipping container, and he fails and he falls on the mattresses. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But then I thought about it, I was like, if he actually made it, he would kill himself. Because there were no mattresses on the other side.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it flashes forward to where he's in jail. And, he's a murderer, apparently. And he's going to get the lethal injection. However, he doesn't end up getting, or he does, but he's transported to Abstergo, this secret program in Spain with all this advanced technology, and it's just I guess you have to suspend your disbelief like you do with the game. They can basically transport you and go into memories of your ancestors and play them out. Now, I did like... basically the plot is the Templars want to find the Apple of Eden, which is the key to free will. The Templars want to eliminate free will, so they technically eliminate violence and control everybody under one Templar rule.
That's something I had a problem with.
Yeah.
They changed it from the game.
Yeah.
Because the game was a lot more interesting.
Yeah, well,
it didn't have the genetic code for free will.
Yeah.
It just basically made the bearer be able to control humans around him.
That's better.
Yeah.
That's way better.
And there were multiple apples of Eden.
Oh, okay.
So they could blanket the whole
Well, they're
world with
probably
this.
going to do something like
Don't
this.
you dare tell me there's a fucking franchise in this.
Yes, they try the best. You saw, Joe. You saw they tried to do their best to set up a sequel. We hope to God that's not the case. Or if it is, maybe pull a Ouija. A Ouija board, Ouija board, where the sequel is much better than the first, because despite Michael Fassbender's best attempts, he's pretty much the best thing about this movie.
Yeah, of course.
You have Marion
fantastic actor.
Cotillard, I think, Marion, as the lead research scientist, who is the daughter of the leader of CEO of Abstergo, the Templars.
The Illuminati.
Pretty much.
Yeah, basically. Just the plot is all over the place. The problem with the film is just like the games, where when you're getting into the action, when you're in ancient Spain, you're getting these cool action scenes, and they're ruining it with flashing back and forth between Michael Fassbender doing it in a big ass room with a robot arm holding his belly.
Which, by the way, there's no way he could roll with that thing.
I know. I was thinking that too when he did that roll. I'm like, the robot arm would break. So I thought that was a cool idea because in the games, well, at least some of the games I played, you're like sitting in a bed or you get hooked up to a chair.
Yeah.
This arm thing was cool because you were playing out the movements. Now it makes no sense because you have so much forward momentum and you're doing all these things. Eventually, robot arm would like have to pull you back and then let you keep going.
It defeats the purpose of having a robot arm.
It's stupid, but it's kind of creative, and I thought, okay, that's cool. But the film it treated its audience like fucking idiots. After they showed us a few times flashing back and forth between the battles with the Spanish Inquisition and him actually doing it in present time in this Abstergo facility, we get it. Yeah. He's there, but they never stop cutting back and forth between the two.
They overuse it like crazy. Like every fight scene, they keep cutting back and forth. It's like, okay, we saw in the first one, you're in present time fighting, doing the same motions.
Yeah.
Great, we get the idea.
We get it!
Just stay with the action.
And because they couldn't stay with the action was jumpier than it needed to be because it was you're having to focus on two different scenes. You couldn't connect with any of the characters that were in the past, the Spain world. So Michael Fassbender
kept reminding you, hey, you're in the future. Hey, this isn't real. Hey, you're in the future. Hey, this isn't real.
So you have Cal, who's the future version of the ancestor, and you have Aguilar, is this guy. Aguilar almost never speaks. When he speaks, he's a Spaniard, so he's in a different language. And you're happy about that?
Yeah,
I was.
I was like, I don't need subtitles.
Michael Fassbender as a Hispanic. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, Spain. You're whiter there. And yeah, maybe. But the thing is he's not as interesting a character as any of the assassins that we've met. Any of them, I don't think. I mean, I didn't really get to finish the most recent one, this one, the one in London. But
I didn't do that.
You know, so really, I was just seeing Michael Fassbender trying to take on this video game movie, and his performance was interesting enough to where, I was just watching it for him, and if they didn't have him, this would have been even worse.
Yeah, no, Michael Fassbender, I think, is pretty much good in anything he does.
He tries. But this is his shittiest work, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because he's got nothing to work with. I just don't know.
It's just the writing. When the writing's bad, there's not much you can do.
Yeah. It's an incredible waste of money, time, franchise. This is not the movie franchise we needed to see, or it wasn't done well. That's the problem. I don't know who the director was, but the director, maybe this was too much for him, or it's just, I just didn't get it. I didn't enjoy it at all. The writing was very dull.
Yeah.
The action was, not fleeting, and when you do get it, it's jumbly and shaky cam a little bit. You don't connect with any of the characters. So Aguilar, the assassin, has a female assassin that he connects with, but you don't ever get to learn anything about her. Yeah. So you don't give a shit about her when things happen. And by the same token, the only person you really care or connect with is Cal, and that's why I was saying Michael Fassbender is probably the best part of this film because you're kind of going on the journey with him. Initially, I was like, okay, I'm actually laughing here. They did a few good jokes when he first goes to the Abstergo, and I'm like, okay, we might have a good movie here. And I was open, I was willing. To like this movie. Don't say, you just wanted to hate it in the beginning. No, I actually gave it a legitimate shot. And I ended up getting fucking bored out of my mind. Guys, take it over. Say what you want to say.
It's just such a wasted opportunity. Because the lore in Assassin's Creed is actually really good.
Yeah, except for, in my opinion, except for Abstergo. I just want nonstop Templars and Assassins in the specific time periods. I don't want to jump into the future. I just don't.
That's what I think
you have to.
No, I know.
That's what the first game did really well. Is in the first game, it was minimal time outside the Animus. It was mostly inside the Animus. So the outside parts felt a little more jarring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you went out there, like, oh shit, right, we're not in the past. You know, it's like, oh, okay, well that works. That gets me engaged into it. You know, because at least you give me enough time in the past to give a fuck about the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I did like the aspect that you know, he could communicate with his sort of ancient version of himself through visions. After being removed from the Animus, he gets visions, and it almost seemed as if his past version, his ancestor, was almost training him, almost teaching him how to fight and stuff. That you could see little glimmers of hope here and there where the lore peeks through, and you're like, okay, they're actually staying very true to the video games, and then but it's very fleeting, and it goes, and you're right back into the incredibly boring stuff. None of the characters have time to develop. He goes to prison, or not a prison, but Abstergo's facility, where they essentially treat all the assassins. They hook them up to these Animus machines and try to figure out through their ancestors where the Apple of Eden is. And so they have all these assassins just hanging around left over, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Just kill if you're Templars, you know, there's gonna be some slight spoilers here, but you know what? Fuck it. The movie does not deserve your money, okay? Okay, so you've got assassins in this complex that is run by the Templars, and they don't kill them off. In fact, they don't even kill off the older assassins whose brains are all wasted away.
Yeah.
well, also they're all technically dead already, so why are they keeping them around?
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking
And not
sense.
only that, not a single fucking
Please
guard.
say what you're about
and
to say.
the whole place had a gun.
No fucking
They've all
guns.
got
That's
fucking
exactly what I was
tonfas.
thinking about.
They've got little tonfas against fucking assassins.
It's
completely nonsensical.
lazy writing, absolute nonsense.
we end
We
the
spoiled
film?
it for you. It's boring as shit. They had to have these guys trying to look cool on. Look, we got the apple now, and then there's the eagle that makes no sense, and then fucking
Then one more time.
stand real cool, and
Like
then
I
one more
was-
time.
Like I was telling them.
But they don't even
were
show
like-
that last one.
No,
There's a-
They were in like a perfect triangle, just standing there like this. You know,
Oh, look at our hoods.
oh,
Put the hoods on.
yeah.
Everybody put the hoods on.
Like, and then
Ready?
it's like a triangle.
Yeah.
It's like,
Ah, the end of the movie right there. We just saved you $15. Do not go see this garbage. It sucks, and I wanted it to be good. I wanted to start getting good video game movies because you know what? This hurts us. This hurts gamers. It hurts video game movies, and studios are gonna be like, I don't
Sadly,
know if we should do the Halo.
it's gonna
I
make
don't
a
know if
lot
we
of
should
money.
do. You think so?
Yeah,
no,
because
it's
it's Assassin's
holiday
Creed.
movie.
people are gonna come in and be like, "Oh my God, Assassin's Creed!"
Are there really that hardcore fans of Assassin's Creed? Well,
There
as
are.
I'm saying this
There
with all the
are.
toys and stuff that we have. You know, this is cool as fuck. Well, what we're saying is they should have done a better job. I am Assassin's Creed out. I don't care about the video games anymore. There's one way to bring me back. And they should have done this with the film.
Dinosaurs.
Instead of redoing the games and in a boring ass way. If you wanted to do this, go fucking buy an Assassin's Creed game. You're gonna have a lot more fun. Way more fun. Way better story. Way better action. You're gonna involve yourself, and it's gonna be an experience if you play the game, and it's gonna be cheaper than the movie at
I
this
was
point.
about to say it's gonna be cheaper.
But the one way to bring me back into Assassin's Creed, I've said this over and over in streams and stuff, but I really want them to do it, is go to Japan. I want
Yeah?
to see ninja assassins. I want to see samurai Templars or samurai or the vice versa. Just that would be cool as fuck
Or
in that
go
lore.
further back.
To where?
Dinosaurs. In space.
Dinosaur Templars.
In space.
Pick one, Joe. You can't have dinosaurs in space with the
What if they came
lasers.
from space.
Then we put lasers on those
Would
dinosaurs.
you not like that?
And then we ride the dinosaurs like the cartoon.
Where
Turok,
can I buy
man.
this game?
Let's do Assassin's Creed Turok.
Oh,
Yes.
no, Japan, and then I'll get back in it. Terrible movie. Final verdicts. Let's end this shit.
Yeah.
There's so many negatives. There's
Yes.
barely any pros. Pros is a wasted cast. Okay,
It
some
is.
good actors on shitty writing, shitty story. Some competent shots, but ruined by pacing, ruined by lack of focus on one time period at a time, all that shit. So, final verdicts, we'll start with Beard.
Disappointing out of 10.
Disappointing out of 10, which doesn't fall on my list, so we're going to need
It's pretty
5
low.
being average, 10 being legendary that you compare other video games film to, and 1 being awful. Is this a average or below average or above average film?
As a film, I would say it's a 3 or a 4.
Okay, below average. That's what I was thinking. Joe, what do you?
So this film was.
No, Joe, choose. There's no wishy-washy bullshit
I already
here.
got
All
mine.
right.
3 or 4? Would you go see this again?
I would not see it again.
Right.
So I'll say a 3.
Yes.
Okay.
You would.
So,
Yeah.
with that being said, dull writing. I was falling asleep. No chemistry at all with any of the characters.
Yeah, that was another
It's so
thing. No
fucking
chemistry.
boring. And to me, I did not like the fucking haze, all the smoke, all the blue tint.
Mm-hmm.
That was really annoying to me.
You couldn't appreciate the
No,
detail in
not
their
at all.
costumes, in their cool ass
Everything.
weapons, because there was this haze
The
on
entire-
everything. Yeah, this
oh my
fog
God.
fucked it up. If they
Yeah.
just
And
said,
then you know it was really dusty back then.
yeah,
Really
but if
dusty.
they put somebody
entire
in the
time.
Animus and then they just said, fuck the Animus area, we're gonna show everything in full, crisp detail. Even his mother and father, younger mother and father in that thing, having that moment with him, it would have been so much more effective. I
Yeah,
totally
but
agree
no,
with
but
you. Joe.
yeah, like even in the fucking room, I was like, how the fuck does smoke get in here? It's so fucking dusty. Who left the windows open?
Because
To
that
me,
makes it grittier.
3 out of 10.
3 out of
3
fucking
out of 10. I will not watch this.
Wow. Okay, so it's on me. The final verdict for Assassin's Creed. It is not above average. It is not an average film. It is a below average film. I would have ended up giving it a 4 if it didn't have such a schizophrenic scene transitions
Yes,
between
that
the
too.
action and the other ones. Like, if you could give me full-on action and then give me the Abstergo stuff later, or, in between,
Like when he comes
then
out
fine.
of the Animus.
It would have been below average.
But they made it better,
it's
though.
so
They made it
annoying.
better
Yeah.
because he took off his shirt. They cut back.
Oh, yeah.
They showed it for the ladies,
Like,
huh?
fucking buff as hell. I was like, well, I was like, man, I want to be
It's
like
on
that. I
now.
do want to be like that, so that's fine with me. Hey, I like that
You
part.
continue cutting back.
But
Get
no,
his shirts off.
still 3 out of 10. Do not waste your money.
Damn, all the way across.
There you go. So go and watch Rogue One, or maybe we'll go watch Passengers next and tell you,
That
because
one
I
looks
love
good.
sci-fi. It looks good.
Hell
You got
yeah.
good
Chris
actors
Pratt,
there.
love him.
And so just stay away from Assassin's Creed. Go buy one of the video games. Any of them are better than this. Okay, guys? We'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show.
Yeah, come on.
If you told me I'd have to go back to the film, I'd be like, ah! All right,
I was like, I
man.
don't have anything to kill myself.
Did you kill yourself, Joe?
No.
Okay. I shouldn't have killed
okay.
myself. That's like something.
Do me first, Joe. Okay.
Sit.
Sit down.
On my back.
Thank you for this mercy.